that makes me feel sick. And because I now know you have KO, I don't even know why I'm bothering. I'm only really calling for you and Big Beard, you wanker.
Welcome to Two Each Way. I'm Ross Stevenson, and the bloke on the screen, he's Hamish McLachlan. Whatever your two is, he's the world record frequent flyer point holder. Whatever your two is, enjoy. Make sure you follow Two Each Way. Don't miss an episode. And email us anytime with a story or question. twoeachway@9.com.au. Just give it a bit away. One of the emails that's been sent to us is a joke. Now, I love jokes.
Good.
Jokes are underrated. So, Grant, you beauty, later on we're going to read out your joke. 3 ways to describe your weekend on the punt. Did fortune abandon you? Did you have a very good day, or did you at least stand up? Why don't you start, young man?
I'm going to South Australia. Got kicked off a race course, age 13 in South Australia. South Australian Derby, strictly business. Won the Oaks, won a fortune on strictly business, winning the Oaks in Victoria last November. Thought, she'll bounce back to form in the Derby. I'm going to have a bet where I can pay for all of the school children's school fees for the next 7 years at 12-1. This is what happened.
Strictly Business has ran to the lead now from Autumn Mystery. Then Savvy Santa. Wider out was Wigmore and Single Choice. It's Strictly Business leading 200 to go. Autumn Mystery out wide on the track, running on Wigmore, but still in front. Strictly Business. Wigmore's going to it. Strictly Business in front.
Lexi's going to state school.
Diving the outside is Wigmore, and the outside is going.
He'll be going to. I'm tipping. Waiting on the photo. Tipping Lexi's going to the poorhouse without shoes.
At best, maybe School of the Air. Luckily, Lex's name is only 3 letters and he can spell it. He needs no further education. Got done in a photo. Just trying to get back some winnings at one point over the weekend. I'm watching Sky Racing 1. They go to a race in Germany. You know how to pronounce. Is it Leipzig? Leipzig?
Yeah.
Leipzig. I was thinking, who would you prefer to call the races?
Yeah.
Leipzig.
Yeah.
Would you rather Matt Hill, Bill Collins, or any of the brilliant callers, or this bloke?
The 7 horses are on the way. Opposite of the Tribunes, Le Manhattan, Nord, Wind, Domador, Poggi, Magical, Memory, Kelly Sweetie, and now Faith of Empire is moving on. Is near to Kelly Sweetie, outside of Kelly Sweetie, and is still overtaking the horses.
This is it.
Great. Can we interview him next week?
It's a cross between a German sex phone.
What we need to do, Big Beard, I'm serious, we need to get him on next week and get him to say Bone Crusher races its way into equine immortality in German. Right?
Bone Crusher races into equine immortality.
Have you got Google Translate, Big Beard? Get on now. And by the close of this podcast, we will have the German for Bone Crusher races its way into equine immortality. Okay? What else?
I just can't believe how good we are compared to what they have to listen to each weekend. So Sam Kennedy, long-time listener of the show, absolutely loves it, Hawks fan, takes Lex to Hawks games when I can't get there. He gets a blowout in his car, finds a nail in his tyre, rings the RACV. They say we'll be there in 25 minutes. As we all have a habit of doing, we drift onto the betting app. He goes, next race. It's running at Funabashi. Now, remember, there is a nail in his car. He sees a 13-1 shot called Cause a Spike.
Just interrupting.
He empties
Is
Yes.
Funabashi in Japan?
Isn't it?
Well, I'm thinking we've gone from Germany to Japan, sort of reliving a few old memories. So the horse is called Cause a Spike, is it?
Yeah, he's got a nail in his tyre waiting for the RACV. He looks down the list of horses running in the next race somewhere in the world. Funabashi, just around the corner from Germany. Cause a Spike at $13. He empties out his account.
Now we've reached the top of the stretch, and here they come. Morgan Rote now in the lead by half a length, but now it's Cause a Spike has spiked to the lead. For how long, though? Going to get a challenge from Antilia. Cause a Spike and Antilia coming down to the wire. It's Cause a Spike in first.
Yo, $13.
How bad? $13. So he's now putting Lex through school. How bad are the international callers, by the way? And for those listening at home, I'm in the Qantas lounge and someone's got running late for the flight to Canberra. And somebody said to me during the week, listen to your podcast during the week. Bad luck missing the flight in the Gold Coast. I will not miss the flight to Perth, Fremantle, Hawks tonight. So last one, Roscoe. Jason Kimberley wants us to bet during the show. So we've got the phones on. We understand the point system for text, WhatsApp messages and phone calls. This is Geelong, race 4 during the week. You're allowed to spend $1 million. You're allowed to spend it on no more than 3 bets. I'm going to let the horses run to about the 1,000, and then you just have the 1,000, the million, however you'd like to spend it. Have a look at this Geelong race 4.
Stills are back and they're racing. Blue Shield from the inside got out quickly, with also Menzies Creek, who's getting
I'll have
to
$1 million
second.
on the thing, pink and black running last currently.
And Mawoopa's going up around it to be third now.
No, in fact, I have $2 million on
back
it.
to fourth. Regal Aid.
Can you lend me another $1 million? I have 3
a
of it.
length and a half to 2 lengths away.
For those at home listening, this horse is running
away with the Pixies
dead last.
And Recycle King is
Mind
at the
you,
end of
there's
the
only,
Recycle
what,
King is its name.
And the
What's it
front
called?
runner here
Yeah,
is
but
Blue
it's 7 off the
Shield.
lead.
Out by
And you tell me when you want to get
3/4
off.
of a length to in second, Menzies Creek.
I'm in
They were followed by Mawoopa.
That was a ding, by the way.
Regal
That's a
Aid's
text
getting up
message.
along
That's
the
5 points for
inside.
me.
Trouble and Paradise with those horses.
What's it
The
called?
horse is still running dead last.
Blue
It's
Day.
turning for home.
They were followed
Recycle
next in the
King.
field, then by Away
You can
with
get
the
off at any
Pixies and
point too.
Recycle King, seeing it all unfold at the end of the field. Coming up
still
towards
happy.
the 400
The one
metre
with the
marker.
blinkers, yeah?
And the front runner is
Unless they
Blue
pink.
Shield.
The only
First
pink
to
horse, the one you've
straight
said that you want
leads
the
out by
pink.
a half
The pink,
length,
I'm the
but
pink.
taken here by Menzies Creek,
No,
the
he's got to about
outside.
fourth
So
last.
Menzies Creek
He's still
now
no
takes
good.
over from
Gee
Blue
whiz.
Shield, who
Oh,
boxes
hello.
on.
He's gonna
They
get
were
knocked
followed
over.
by
He's no
Trouble
good
and
thing.
Paradise, who's now getting out with also
do you wanna get off or
Recycle
on?
King
No,
and
I'm
Regal Aid as
happy
well.
because I love
In
it when
front
horses
is
throw
Menzies
their
Creek, though,
head
at the
around. It
50
means they're
by
really
Nick
winding
Menzies
up.
Creek
And Emma, look
trying
at
to
it
hold
go.
on and may not on the outside. Recycle
You were
King
never
won.
winning that until the last 50. The only reason you backed it was you knew it was impossible to win from where the race started.
Yeah, well, I know you.
Anyway, you're up $15 million. Well on you.
Tremendous.
That's it from me. You want to go to the Bull?
Go to Bool. Why don't we do this from
Go hard or go home. We're at the Bool.
That's Rick McIntosh. Don't you love it? Go hard. I eased that one out early because on the breakfast program this morning, we got an even better one. A bloke being interviewed after his horse won, who is explaining the way that the Warrnambool Carnival works.
You punt, you drink, you go to bed, or you eat, and then you go to bed, and you get up and do it the next day again. This is like heaven.
You punt,
This
you
is
drink,
like heaven.
you eat, you sleep, and you get up and do it all over again. And we had another caller ringing up saying how good was the Bool. He said, it's been fantastic. And he said, tomorrow's going to be even better. Sorry, champ. Tomorrow is today. It is actually Thursday. He'd been going a bit
still
hard,
middle of the week.
He'd been going a bit hard.
Mum, I spoke to Mum at Birregurra this morning, Roscoe, from this said Qantas Lounge. She was going today, but given it's a heavy 10, it's sideways rain, it's -4, and there's ducks knocking on her door asking to come into the house. She's lit the fire and she'll be watching all 10 races from the comfort of the couch.
She'll be desperate.
But it is a good carnival.
She'll be desperate for rain down there. I was fumbling around last Sunday morning trying to find out where I got KO because I actually was able over the break to go to university to study the course on how to operate KO, and now I can find my way around it. Went to ESPN1, ESPN2, ESPN3, no Kentucky Derby, some obscure golf tournament. And I'm sure I used to watch it on ESPN. It's not on racing.com. It's not on any of the free-to-airs. And I actually texted Hot Horse Herbie, and I said, where can I see the Kentucky Derby? Answer, YouTube. It was on. So luckily I was able to watch it. Did you see it? Did you see it live or in replay?
Replay, one of the great scenes.
One of the great, first female trainer of a Kentucky Derby winner. It came from last.
Sherry DeVoe.
Is getting going on the far outside with Commandment.
Can't win from there.
As they arrive into
Golden Tempo is the horse's name.
Yeah.
O'Sally is also gaining ground on the far
Where is it?
outside.
Is it the
as they
red cap?
come to the last
Red cap,
second of the
red
mile.
cap.
Denon Bourbon in front. O'Sally a huge long shot. Renegade
Look at it.
and Golden Tempo are closing too. Here's Golden Tempo. Golden Tempo.
Gee.
And Shereen
So exciting because you and I have both been, and we would no doubt, would we not, to racegoers who've got the time and the wherewithal. It's worth going, is it not? The Kentucky Derby at Churchill Downs.
I would think that 72-hour period, the Oaks into the Derby, into the mint juleps, into the cigars. I think I told you this. I went in 1997 and Silver Charm won the Preakness and failed, ran second in the Belmont to win the Triple Crown. But I was going with a guy called Bruce Hunley who owned a farm called Saxony. I was working for him. He took a shine to me. Long story short, I had half a dozen mint juleps on the bus on the way there, and I ended up like Bjorn Baker in the just under the bins. Oh, it was a big day. Big day.
I don't know that I've seen this myself, but someone said it to me. So I thought I'm lazy. Rather than play it to myself, I sort of just stick it
Have you always been lazy?
Always. I'd stick it in the run. Always. Stick it in the rundown, and I can watch it with Hame, because this is the 1973 Kentucky Derby.
Secretariat is in the center of the racetrack and driving. Shecky Green now drops back. Coming on a bit is Forgo, our native on the outside. Now and then the stretch, it's Secretariat. Secretariat on the outside to take the lead. Sham holding in second. It's Secretariat moving away. He has it by 2.5. Sham then on the outside, our native. At the wire it's going to be Secretariat. He wins it by 2 lengths.
So that's the Kentucky Derby. I hope I'm getting this right. Is the opening race of the Triple Crown, followed by the Preakness at Pimlico, and the third leg is the Belmont. It won the Belmont by 31 lengths. I've said it a few times.
And Sham became the hay list to Black Caviar.
Yeah.
Just continued to run second to second. I went to Belmont to watch the third leg of the Triple Crown in 97.
It's a lavatory.
If you said to me, when have you been most underwhelmed by a sporting theatre? Belmont. Oh my goodness, it is.
Toilet.
What did you say? A toilet.
It's a lavatory. It's shocking.
Go to Kentucky, don't go to Belmont. That's the advice for our listeners.
Hundy per. Righto, emails.
Yeah.
Grant's up first. Here we go, folks. You ready? There's a stud manager.
I love the subject.
Right.
Lacking libido.
A stud manager at a famous stud was telling a mate of his that one of his recent stallion purchases lacked libido. He said, I called the vet who promptly gave me these pills to give to the stallion. They worked overnight. He said, the stallion served all my mares, jumped the fence, covered the neighbours' mares, then ran down the road and covered the mares down the road as well. Bloke says, gee whiz, do you know the name of those tablets? He goes, no, I don't, but they taste like peppermint. Good joke, Grant.
So
Gonna
good.
use it, Grant. Gonna use it. It's nothing like a good joke. We played one on the breakfast program this morning. You know, something comes up. Someone mentioned the word aerosol. And I said, I still remember how well I remember, not the 9 o'clock news, had a thing called Swedish Chemist Shop, right? And they introduced the Swedish Chemist Shop sketch. Bloke walks in and there's the chemist behind the jumper goes, may I help you? And the bloke goes, yes, I would like to buy some deodorant. Chemist says, Bool or aerosol? He says, no, for my armpits.
was he the same guy commentating at Leipzig on the weekend?
In Leipzig. Peter says,
Do you add to jokes? So I heard a joke once. I inserted myself into the joke, and you sort of add to it. Then my cousin Callum McLachlan was telling me a story about he and his brother once. Gil and I started telling the story in the first person. For about 15 or 16 years, we've been telling it so often and so regularly. I was telling it once, looked down, and Callum McLachlan was in the audience looking at me going, that's my story. And then I realised halfway through, I wasn't there. He was, but I felt like I'd been there for about 15 years.
Memory. Peter says the universe speaks. Gents, I think the screenshot says it all. Love the potty. The Desperate Punters. It must be a WhatsApp group, I'm thinking, Big Beard. One party to the WhatsApp group, the Desperate Punters is the name of the WhatsApp group, says Channel 7 News open with interest rate hike. Shepard and Race 4 has sharp interest at $4. I'm not betting, just watching. One of the other members of the WhatsApp group says, universe talking. Next entry from the original bloke, oh my God. Missed it.
Brained did it.
Brained him.
You just got to get involved there. Got to get involved.
You want to watch it? Yeah, let's have a look.
Oh, really?
I didn't know we had the audio. I've walked all over it.
Interest rates are up for the third time this year, meaning home buyers with a $600,000 mortgage are now $270 worse off than at the start of the year.
In the straight they head. Long Tan Viper got the front. Sharp Interest coming at it. Line down soldiering on. Herbertson getting back to the inside with tough as nails but lost momentum. Out deep, Sharp Interest took the lead, and it's going to be Sharp Interest
Voice
winning.
of Pete Mitchell on Channel 7 News. Good Collingwood man, Mitch.
Good Collingwood man.
The universe
Lovely
does
man.
speak. I'm convinced the universe speaks. Who was that famous?
You never really hear it, though.
No, I never do. I think it was the US comedian Joe E. Ross said, I think he said it was him, said, they say that money speaks all languages. It does. Mine says, goodbye. Let's have a look. Jason, I've emailed about my horse, Jason Darren. Right? I want to share an update on its latest run in Musselbrook. Let's listen to Jason Darren.
Jason Darren up along the outside. Turning circle is next. Sugar Fire. Enology along the inside. Then in ISO. And Course of Action is next. So they come towards the 150. Jason Darren, Enology. Turning circle, Damascus Gate. Sugar Fire. Enology leads from Jason Darren.
Come on,
Enology, Jason Darren, Enology. Enology from Jason
Heartbreak.
Darren.
Is that winner oenology?
That's right.
As in winemaking. Right, okay. Jack says, the high school English teacher here again. If you get a chance, check out the footage of race 2 from Geelong on Friday. There's a horse called No, 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 No going around, and the brilliant Matt Hill is on the call. Matt hits a different cadence on each pronunciation during the race. How many ways can you pronounce no, 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 no? Sensational stuff. We can only hope that no, 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 no finds itself in a race with wee, which is out of yes, yes, yes. And the two are neck and neck down the straight. Let's have a listen to Matty Hill.
They complete the first 4 or 500. Falstaffian led and steadied by a length and a quarter. Progressing around the outside is No, 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 No up to second. Falstaffian the leader, controlling the speed by a length and a quarter. No, 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 No got up to second. Came around the home corner at the 300 metres from No, 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 who had a little bit of a brush with Hydrothermal. No, 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 No is certainly hanging like a sore tooth again, and they were followed by Real Raider, and Falstaffian won it by almost 3. Hydrothermal or thirds close on the line. Real Raider coming at no, 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 no.
Nice work.
He's so good, Matt.
What's your
so
number?
Good. 432.
On account of? I think I know that number.
No,
What do I know?
38-year-old.
What are you talking about?
38-year-old, 432. 2 premierships. 1 Norm Smith, 6 All-Australians, 5 Copelands, most Brownlow votes without winning, number 1 disposals in the league in the history of the world, number 1 handballs in the history of the game, number 1 tackles in the history of the game, 4 Anzac Day medals. For number 10, 432, equals the record tomorrow night. S. Pendlebury. Big.
My number this week is 8. Hawthorn drew with Collingwood last Thursday night, did they not, Big Beard? Should have won by 8. Would you rather?
It was...
Were you calling?
When you look back at that, that makes me feel sick. And because I now know you have KO, I don't even know why I'm bothering. I'm only really calling for you and Big Beard, you wanker.
I told you I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch tonight's game. I'm going to watch
won by
tonight's
8.
game on 7. Right?
I doubt that's right. The one thing I was thinking about when you said that should have won by 8, that horse of yours the other day, what was it called that should have won by 8 at 70s?
Captain Maverick.
Captain Maverick and Hawthorn are the 2 greatest certainties beaten in the last month.
Yeah, they are.
And you're involved in both.
Yep.
One emotionally with Hawthorn, one through ownership with the other. Well done, you.
Would you rather?
Would you rather? From Lex, who's living in a tent in the backyard at the moment so he doesn't have to sleep with his sister who's annoying him. Would you rather one luxury in your life, a private jet or a helicopter?
Oh, private jet. I remember I was speaking...
Really?
Yeah,
Where are you going to land that at Birregurra?
Colac Airport. There you go. I remember years ago talking to a bloke who was the head of Qantas in Victoria, and I mentioned a helicopter, and he looked at me and he said, what, 10,000 nuts and bolts trying to tear each other apart? I made a mental note about helicopters after that. Yeah, good on you, Lexi.
I might have. I was a chopper. My 10,000 nuts and bolts comments got me worried. Would you rather, on luxuries, a full-time chef or a full-time masseur?
Jeez, I'm having a massage later today from Madame Lash. She's unbelievable. I think I would rather...
Madame Lash?
Yeah, Madame Lash.
Isn't it like a...
Yeah, that's more...
It sounds...
I'm really conveying she hurts. This particular massage therapist hurts. I was saying the other day, we're doing analogies on the 3AW Breakfast program. You've got a situation where the Reserve Bank is putting up interest rates to try to put the brakes on the economy. And the Treasurer, honest Jim Chalmers, is coming out and handing out money to Australians. I said, that's like going to Madame Lash and while she's whipping you, someone's feeding you ice cream. All right.
Honest Jim Chalmers. Did you put honest in front of his name, or is that a more broad
Mark
nickname?
Knight in the Herald Sun called him Honest Jim Chalmers. That's a really good one, Lexi. Gee, that's hard. I think I would rather a full-time chef. Just.
Okay.
Well, because you've got 3 meals a day, you wouldn't have 3 massages a day.
You could have. There's no reason why you couldn't. Yeah. And it doesn't need to be an hour. You can have 15 minutes, just a little head rub. Yeah. So would you rather be able to run under 2 hours for the marathon, like Sebastian Silway, the Kenyan, 1:59.30, or be under 80 kilos again?
I think definitely under 80 kilos for sure. I'd actually like to go relive my life and carbon date when I was last under 80 kilos. That'd be frightening.
What's your best guess?
30 years ago, I reckon.
Yeah. So it's not through growth and height enhancements, it's just intake.
Just intake, really.
Yeah.
I don't think if I didn't drink, I'd weigh 6 stone. If I didn't, I'd be riding in the cup if I didn't like red wine.
for Cherie DeVoe trying to win the Belmont.
Yeah.
Okay, last run from T-Lex. He had to go out the door to get to school. Would you rather never have to sleep again or never have to eat again?
Oh, gee. Was it Arthur Conan Doyle, who wrote the Sherlock Holmes books, who said of sleep, sleep, those little slices of death, how I hate them.
Really?
I would rather never have to sleep again, right? I think, because then you can imagine how much you'd eat. Because you got 8 hours a night where you can't eat, right? And now you
wouldn't be riding in the cup at any stage.
No, I would not be riding in the cup. These are great questions.
This is unbelievable timing. Today, 9/11. 5 points if your phone's not on silent. Ding. Steve Pateman in the Grand Annual today with a money bags next to it. This is a guy, Rod McQueen, who listens to the podcast, does a bit of commentary up north on the show jumping. So he's obviously knows we're recording. Incredible. 5 points if your phone's not on silent. Steve Pateman in the Grand Annual. Let me go to the Grand Annual. Let me tell you what Steve's riding. I think he's on the favourite for the Price and Kent team, but just need to get there, seeing how fast I can get there. There's Warrnambool Grand Annual.
I get to say it now. Oh, God, this is going to take forever.
I'll listen to Big Beards that'll laugh out the back. Wanker. So, Grand Annual Steeplechase, Pateman is on count 0. Oh, hang on. $13.
Wow.
Well, okay. I'm not going to, what do they say? Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. There'll be something on that for the friends and family. Righto. Thank you, Rod McQueen. That's it from Lex. He left for school.
Betting like the Watsons, it's interesting. I've just had a look at the Warrnambool, what's it called? The Sun Gold Milk Warrnambool Cup, which is the other big race today.
Yes.
So we had a caller on the radio this morning say, we asked what is heaven like, given that bloke said, getting on the punt, drinking, eating, sleeping, getting up and doing it. He said it's like heaven. And a bloke said, my heaven is, there was a horse that I backed at $25. And I'm thinking, that's good. He's back to 25 to 1 winner. And he goes, and it's currently $7. So it hasn't run yet, mate. No. I wouldn't be getting too
thinks
excited.
It's a winner.
The name of the horse
Do we know the name of this horse?
Number 17, Wuds. W-U...
Oh, Henry Dwyer.
Yeah, D-D-Z-Z. Is now $6.
Loves the heavy.
But I like
8 starts, 2 wins, a second, 2/3 in the heavy. Track and distance, 2 from 3. Distance, 4 wins and 3 seconds from 12 outings. Track, 2 from 3. Probably just wins. He got the 21s.
25.
Okay. Declan Bates on board.
Betting like the
25s.
Watsons, what are you going to have $1 million on? Have I skipped the whole page, have I? Have I skipped the page?
You've skipped a whole page, yep. But you can. I mean, you're lazy and we know that.
No, it's not my fault. It's Big Beard's...
Pretty sure it's your fault.
Look, have a look at this. Have a look at the rundown. Goes from...
Yep.
We're talking about...
Would you rather?
Sugar. Sorry, I've skipped a page. You're quite right. Mind you...
Apologies, Big Beard, from Ross, who will not apologise. As Chevy Chase said in one of those movies, takes a big man to admit he's wrong, and I am not a big man.
Okay, good call.
Righto. This email from Matt. Hi, boys. Love the podcast. I've been enjoying Hame's tributes to Dennis Cometti in the Good Call segment and of a true story you might enjoy. I was involved with the development of the AFL electronic game back in about 2002. Dennis did the commentary for the game. I didn't meet Dennis, but asked one of the guys who did the commentary recording to see if he'd read a script I'd written to voice the message on my home answering machine. The message read, "Sorry to leave you bobbing like a cork in the ocean, but if you leave a message after the tone, Matt or Tara will be centimetre perfect in returning your call." He could have easily said no. He said yes. The message put smiles on a lot of people's faces and is still recalled fondly by friends and family of mine to this day. What a great man he was.
Hear, what a great man he truly was. Hey, Den. Okay. I don't know whether you know this about me and the 3 boys in my family. We found
Tragics.
We found this during the week very enjoyable.
All Blacks retreating, Gyökeres and Trossard got the shot away. All Black with the save and tucked in by Saka. Arsenal strike in the last minute of the first half. Bukayo Saka gives them the lead. Arsenal are into the Champions League final for only the second time in their history.
We love the Gunners. We are mad. I've raised they're insane, my 2 oldest boys on Gunners, and I've got lots of mates. Eddie Maguire's a Gunner. So we're into
Does that have the same impact on you as that peppermint that the guy gave his stallion that was lacking libido?
It did. That goal was like peppermint. It was fantastic. So it's Budapest. Here's an idea. Budapest, May 30. We either play, the game may well have been played, we either play Bayern Munich or PSG. Do you want to do the pod from Budapest on May 30 for the Champions League final?
I would 100%. If you said that we could get there and do it from there, I'll do it with you. Big Beard's got no limit with his budgets. He's just throwing the money around like he's Imelda Marcos buying shoes.
Hey, you know who's going to pay for the broadcast? The sponsor of this podcast. They'll pay.
You and me.
Which is a opportune time to say, this podcast doesn't have a sponsor. Feel free to jump on board, folks. You know the email address, 2eachway@9.com.au. Is it?
It's currently sponsored by Ross and Hamish.
So I did make a discovery. There was a song written in 2024 that was picked up by, what's his first name? Arteta, the manager of Arsenal. And the original song goes like this on the chorus.
Whatever, no ever. These streets are our own, and my heart will leave you never. My blood will forever run through the stone.
So he liked the song. He took it to the players, and the players said, "We like it." As a result. It's just only 2 years ago. As a result, after that win, where Arsenal beat Atletico Madrid on Wednesday, I think, this is the crowd at Emirates.
As Arsenal's players surge towards a joyous clock end.
good's that, eh? I promise
That is really, really good.
I promise my boys we're going to get to Emirates to watch the Gunners one day, and hopefully they'll win, and we will sing that song.
Why don't you actually just go to Budapest with the boys?
Look,
you haven't got a lot left in you.
I know, that's what I think. Right, running out of time.
Just go.
That's what I think. Just go. Go to Budapest, May
I
30th.
was speaking to a mate the other day, Ben Goldsmith. He said, my New Year's resolution 2 years ago is say yes to everything, and he does.
Yeah. I
sent him a text the other day, do you want to go on this boat in November in the Mentau? He goes, yep. I said, do you want to ask Catherine? He goes, no, she'll come. It's like, it's just a whole new attitude. It's like, yes. Yeah, do you want to go to Kentucky Derby? Yes.
Yes. Just yes.
Yes.
I've found one. I'll give you time to think because I know you won't have prepared anything.
I prepare every week.
You told me some time ago to watch the movie Man on Fire with the best actor in the world in it, Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
So I went and watched it. It's superb. On Netflix, a new series has just dropped called Man on Fire, loosely based on the movie. And it's very good. Very good.
Right. I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. I'll download that. Good. I've got 4 hours ahead of me to Perth. I've found one. And Sons, ANDSONS.co.uk. They found me on Instagram. I've bought a couple of jackets so far. They've arrived. I've never looked better. andsons.co.uk. Just another clothing shop to buy stuff you do not need. Get involved.
They want to sponsor the program? Or pay for us to go to Budapest on May the 30th?
I said to Big Beard, I said, we're not doing a lot of sponsor reads. In fact, I can't even recall a sponsor. He goes, yeah. We've got some problemos there. Yeah.
Righto. Bets for this weekend. What are you going to have? I won last weekend. What did I have? $1 million on something? I had $1 million on...
Did you really?
Yeah, on St Kilda, I think. So I got 1.67 million. I'm going to have all of it on Fremantle tonight as emotional insurance, right? Emotional insurance is the only bet where you will not lose. That is... I have 1.67 million on Fremantle at $1.70. If Fremantle win, I win a vast amount of money. But if they lose, Hawthorn win. So I'm happy. It's the only form of betting where you can't lose.
I'm not allowed to bet on games that I'm involved in, but friends that might ring the Herald Sun and say Hamish is betting on a game he's involved in. I'm going to back the Hawthorn Hawks for $1 million on the basis that one of us is either winning 1.15 million, me, or 700,000 you. And if it's 700,000 you, well done. I just think that'll be fun next week. One of us gets up.
We have created the multi-listener multi off my new system.
God, we were close last week.
Bet small to win big. Email us if you want to register to be one of our listeners in the multi-listener multi. What we do is we put the multi together. We have $20 on it for you, and we'll whack it up. Last week, here we go. It was a 7-leg multi. Brave Monarch to win at Eagle Farm at $1.85. Yes.
Tick.
St Kilda to beat Carlton at $1.46. Yes. Eagle Farm, the next episode to win $1.70. Yes. Freo to beat the Western Bulldogs at $1.33. Yes. Morfettville, high on the hill, the place at $1.28. Yes. Roosters to beat the Broncos at $1.56. Yes. Last leg. Wagga Gold Cup Race 7, Star of India to place at $1.80. No. Now,
where did it run?
I don't know, but Big Beard's been very, 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 very kind by not identifying who was the listener who let the entire team down with Star of India. He's going to look it up now, and we're going to shame them. Almost got up.
Do you know what's interesting? I'm always the one in charge of putting the bet on. I've gone from having $10 a week, knowing that we're going to get one soon. I had 100,000 on that at $38. Star of India.
Stuart was the person. Stuart. This week's 8-leg selection. It's an 8-leg multi. Ben says Swans to beat North Melbourne, $1.25. Jack says Swans with a line of minus 10.5, $1.42. I don't know what that means. What does that mean?
They have to win by 11 or more.
All right, okay. Matt,
I love how you pretend you don't know.
No,
it's
I
very,
don't know.
Very good of you.
Seriously, I'm not a sports.
I know. Yeah. You're the smartest human in the world. You work it out.
I like horses. Matt says Crows to beat Richmond, $1.14. Joey says Gold Coast St Kilda Saints on the line, 17.5. Does that mean what? They can lose by up to 17.5 points, can they?
You're starting to get onto this real quick.
Bob says Geelong to beat Collingwood, $1.52. Jason says at Morfordville, Nafar, the place, $1.95. Grant says Gold Coast Race 8, Beedman, the place, $1.50. And Peter says the Roosters to beat the Gold Coast Titans, $1.10. Beedman is one of those. Good luck. 8-leg multi, $18.90. Hame will have 20 on it and $2,000 for himself. Beedman, the place. If you want to be involved in the multi-list and multi, email us now. 2 each way at 9.com.au just to register for next week's multi. I think last year I met Darren Beedman somewhere. I can't remember where I met him because my life is so consumed.
Madam Lashes?
Yeah, probably at Madam Lashes. I said to him, he was the nicest bloke. Have you ever met him? I said...
Ripper.
I said, Darren, just while I got you, my name's Ross, you know that story that you told Bart Cummings that you were retiring from race riding? He goes, yeah. And Bart said, why? And you said, because God told me to. Did Bart really say, I think you should get a second opinion? And Darren said, yep, 100%, he said. So,
that's excellent.
Confirmed.
Excellent.
Righto, go and catch your plane.
Righto, well played. Big bid, terrific. Well done, Roscoe. I know you don't really enjoy it, but massive thanks to all of our sponsors for making sure that this gets to every week.
Oh, we should do this every week. Thank our sponsors. We'd like to thank our sponsors. The Fresh Air Company. I'll be watching you on 7 tonight, I promise. Follow 2 each way wherever you get your podcast.
Text me when you are. We'll play a word game. You text me the word you want me to get in.
Righto. Madam Lash. Madam Lash. I told you what I did with Dennis one night, didn't I?
No.
Interviewed him on the breakfast program and said, hey, Dennis, got you a challenge. He goes, yes, bro. I said, can you get into the call tonight? The title, I think it's the Bellamy Brothers. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? And he did. He got it in. No context whatsoever. He just stopped at one time during the call and said, if I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Ball picked up by McLachlan. All right. Email 2 each way at 9.com.au and follow us on Instagram. Just search 2 each way and whatever your 2 is, enjoy.
Whatever your 2 is, enjoy.